Good afternoon to my ladies and gentlemen, my family and friends. My name is Ray McKay, and I thank you for joining me this afternoon. I stand before you today as a father to 3 dogs, a father, a grandfather, and dare I say, a great-grandfather. More importantly, at this moment in time, I stand as a concerned citizen and patriot of the state of Rhode Island and the United States of America. On this, the Independence Day of Rhode Island, I am here before you to declare independence from the tyranny of Washington. Just as our colonial forebears declared independence against the tyrannical king in 1776. Rhode Islanders were the first to declare independence and the last to ratify the Constitution to be sure the Bill of Rights was just right. It was a show of bold defiance in individual strength and spirit, united for a just cause. I was in the United States Army for 11 years. I understand the meaning of service and sacrifice. I worked for the city of Warwick for 26 years. I understand commitment. Now, my service and commitment lead me to Washington, where my sense of duty compels me to protect and defend the principles and values that are fundamental to all of us in this room and beyond. Life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Yes. Enshrined in our Constitution, these are our inalienable rights, not granted by the government, but endowed by our Creator. Included is the mandate that these rights be protected by the government. We must restore the independence of the free-thinking American people to help move this nation in the right direction, where inflation and government spending are under control, our sovereignty and borders are secure, where families can make ends meet, where our rights, freedoms, and Constitution are not under continuous attack, to restore the belief that government supports we the people. With all the talk from politicians to move forward with their political agenda supported by Sheldon Whitehouse, America tumbles backwards into division between races, between sexes, between parties, and most recently, government pitting our own parents against their children. For the record, I do not belong to, nor have I ever belonged to, an exclusive country club or all-white beach club that discriminates by race, color, or religion. As we hear Sheldon Whitehouse complain about Justice Clarence Thomas' perceived ethical shortcomings, I do support the congressional stock ban, unlike my opponent, who has been called out twice by the New York Times for buying stock of companies that were before him on his Senate committee. Part of such political agendas I speak of leave thousands of Americans, union and non-union alike, unemployed, while at the same time increasing the cost of living for all Americans under the guise of a righteous narrative, which severely and wrongly affects the poor, the young adults just entering the workforce, our retirees, and the middle class in Rhode Island and throughout America. At a time of uncontrolled government spending, we witness the politicians who oversee the budgets, as my opponent does, worry more about protecting a partisan narrative than protecting our senior citizens and Social Security. Unlike Sheldon Whitehouse, who has been in the United States Senate for 16 years, it did not call out the president's $4.5 trillion budget that included zero funding to shore up Social Security. I will work to ensure the viability and reliability of this retirement program that our seniors have paid into throughout their working years. It must be on a strong financial footing. We must ensure that the appropriate funding is provided and that no politician nor any government agency can raid the Social Security Trust Fund again.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
They call themselves progressives, but we see extraordinarily insignificant progress made. In fact, we are experiencing unprecedented loss of personal, financial, and social freedom with out-of-control spending, open borders, premature and careless environmental mandates, and unprecedented overreach at the hands of these irresponsible, regressive socialists in Washington. While you work hard to make ends meet in your own homes, for your own families, many politicians in Washington work just as hard to keep you from succeeding. And if you defy the odds and you succeed, these same politicians are there to tax you out of prosperity or regulate you out of incentive to produce. That ends now. I am here to tell you that I am one of the soldiers who will not permit that to happen as long as I have a breath in my body. Washington needs more constitutional conservatives who know and respect the Constitution to steer the ship of state on course, unfettered by ridiculous notions, outright lies, and artificial barriers to opportunities for success and the American dream. There is no guarantee of an equal outcome, but with hard work and determination, and a federal government that is held in check, there is abundant opportunity for all. Rhode Island and America need a brighter future with a new direction. America needs new leadership for domestic defense, responsible spending, and constitutional governance. I call on Rhode Island to send that kind of person, indeed a statesman, who protects and preserves your best interests and that of your family, while removing one who treats you like in an election year afterthought. Send a leader to Washington. I offer myself as that leader. I cannot do it alone. I need your support. I need your time. I need your prayers. And yes, I need your money. So that I can get to Washington in 2025 and work together with others like me, like us, to stop the socialists that threaten the American way of life for your children and grandchildren. We must again strive to be the shining city on the hillside.
Yeah.
With your help and support, we will move in the right direction right now. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Raymond T. McKay, and I am running for the United States Senate. Thank you.